So I have a very diverse practice that encompasses three practice areas: health law, administrative law, and class actions. My journey to get to those practice areas is really interesting. I went to Western Law and was enrolled in a health law course that captivated me. I had never heard of health law and did not know that such a practice existed. I had a professor who inspired me to go on, and I took his advice and went on to do an LLM in health law and policy at the University of Toronto. And then the decision was, what am I going to do with this? And I'm from London, Ontario, and I knew that Lerners London had an excellent reputation for providing quality, high-level health law services to clients. So it seemed to me a perfect fit. My family is in London, and I had developed this expertise and was fortunate enough to be able to return to London to a firm that really reflected what I wanted to do. I found the law to be even more rewarding since I had my daughter, who is now 3, and I often have conversations with her at the breakfast table over Cheerios about what mommy does and why mommy does it and why mommy finds it so rewarding. And I often frame my work as helping people, and I think that she has come to see it that way. And it gives me tremendous satisfaction to see her understand the law in those terms. And it also gives me inspiration to persevere in my career. I have had the tremendous benefit of being trained by some of the greatest litigators there are, including Earl Cherniak, Peter Krywark, Kevin Ross, Shauna Powell at Lerners. What they instilled in me early on in my career is that communication with clients is a pillar of our practice. And I have not forgotten that lesson. I never take more than 24 hours to respond to a client email. I return calls the same day. I know that many clients are going through tremendous anxiety given the nature of the work that I do, and that a simple phone call or email really helps them sleep at night. So I ensure that as part of my services, that is a service that is offered consistently and in a timely way. I think that the volunteer experience that I'm most proud of and that means the most to me is my involvement with St. Joseph's Hospice in London, Ontario. St. Joseph's Hospice provides critical services to patients and their families during end-of-life journeys. And this is a really important issue to me. My father-in-law, to whom I was very close, passed away as a result of pancreatic cancer 6 years ago. And I saw him suffer tremendously in the emergency department of his local hospital. And at that time, I committed myself to finding a way to ensure that I help another family not go through what my family went through in watching that. St. Joseph's Hospice has made me its chair of its signature event, Handbags for Hospice, for the past 2 years. And under the committee that I've worked with, we have increased revenues 15%. And I'm very proud to say that this past June, we raised over $155,000 for hospice, and we broke the record for the most money ever raised for hospice in a single event. And so for me, this is part of my mandate as a lawyer, part of my duty and my role to give back to the community.